Hello everyone, Triple S here, and welcome back to Dysfunctional Systems, Learning to Manage Chaos, something or other, something like that, episode 1. And I have not, what am I saying, I've not recorded this. I did record the whole game. I recorded all of it, the whole game, but then I got a virus and I lost all the videos. I recorded all day. It took like 3 hours of straight recording to get through the whole game and the 2 different endings, and I lost all the videos, and I thought, right, screw it, I'm not recording this game again, screw it. But actually, I'm going to record it again. So here I am, back where we left off in episode 2. This is going to be an hour of power. This is going to be the Chaos Hour. No problem, just Chaos Hour. And also want to point out, there is a Kickstarter for this game. For episodes 2 and 3, the link will be in the description. They are raising $49,000. They are at nearly enough $43,000. So I would say go and donate if you like this game. It's a really cool visual novel game like Phoenix Wright and such. And yeah, and plus it's in dollars, so if you're in the UK it's cheaper than what you would think. If you donate $5 it's pretty much like £3, so there you go. Simple enough there. You can't beat the math on that. But here we are, back with Winter and Cyrus, and we're going to go for an hour, which means I'm going to have to keep track on time. So it's near enough 9:25 on my phone. Hopefully you don't hear it buzzing or anything. So, let's keep going. I know what they've taught you, and I'd be lying if I said I ignore what I've learned. Just remember the way it's worded. You're allowed to let yourself go a little, just don't forget. I haven't forgotten, and neither have you, it seems. But you shouldn't be afraid of stepping outside of yourself, if only for a little while. In a sense, that's what you're doing already in being here. So I urge you, Winter, have a pint. I'll just a little. Yeah, this guy just said he's trying to get her to drink and stuff. It's a bit creepy. Good enough. Well, there's a bar. Come on, Winter. That's a bar. What makes it any different from the other stores? It looks just the same from outside. They don't seem to pride themselves on distinction out here. ... I run my hand through my hair and grimace. I wonder if since all the storefronts look like this, maybe they're all bars. What a terrible thought. What if this is a culture which loves to drink? Will I be expected to drink a lot? I hope not. Warily, I begin to follow Cyrus. What am I doing? This is so illegal. I wonder if I can report this. Okay, brace for it. No amount of alcohol-tinged breath could be enough to prepare me for a bar's smell, surely. Mother always talks about how awful bars are, and how that's why she only ever drinks at home. Sweaty and piggish and smelling like failure. This can only lead to misery. Slowly I pat the fingers over my nostrils. ... Does not smell at all. Cut that out, Winter, you look ridiculous. Hey, leave me alone. I've been misled. ... Slowly I put down my hand, but not without glaring at Cyrus. He ignores me, of course, and walks over to an empty table to have a seat. He then pats the top of the chair next to him, inviting me. Well, whatever. I follow his lead, still cautious of this place. Notice how there's only a few people here, although it's lunch hour? What do you imagine that means? Most of the people here really like to work? Or maybe they really have to. Well, it's probably a good thing that this place is so empty. Too many customers might be a bit overwhelming for you. It could also make it rather difficult to actually find out anything. I see. There are only 4 other people in the bar besides us, all of whom are men, and all thrice my age by the look of it. The 2 who seem to be customers are dressed in a rather rough manner, like they've walked out of a construction site. I'm not the type to pride myself on appearance or anything, but I actually feel slightly embarrassed for them. They aren't the first in this world to look so deplorable though. In fact, I would say they look fairly good by comparison. Most people I've seen look like they picked their outfits from a pile of rags. Thankfully, the other two, both in uniform, are very presentable. The waiter, or it's probably the waiter, looks rather spiffy, and the man behind the counter is quite cleanly dressed, so this world is not entirely hopeless. But enough about men in clothes. The wall behind the counter is far more interesting. There are two lengthy rows of wildly varying bottles, some round, some square, and some outright peculiar. Admittedly, I am enticed. Only for a second, I assure you. After all, I have been told that alcohol tastes like piss. Well, I wouldn't know myself. I've never tried it. What? You've never tried alcohol? No, piss. ... It isn't the best until you get used to it. Nearly chokes then. That aside, I've also been told that it makes you act like a twit, causes bouts of forgetfulness, and slowly poisons your liver. That is true to a point. Eventually, you become addicted to it. Not everyone does, but there's the possibility. Then why drink it? Some people enjoy losing control over themselves, and many love to forget. You'll see for yourself, and be able to form your own opinion soon. I would rather not. Honestly, I am more than fine with following the popular opinion. It is often correct and has saved me a lot of trouble in the past. All my thoughts wanted to say for days, the man who I believe is the waiter comes to our table. I also just realised about the codex down here. I was good to see Brighton, minor society, strong historical presence. And then there's School. All those things. First, a security note. Many species of fish on School are poisonous to earthen. Avoid seafood to be safe. Oh, didn't know that. And then all that stuff. Let's resume. Comes to our table. What can I get you? 2 beers, any brand you'd like. Coming right up. When he departs, I find myself curious about 2 things. Firstly, I have to drink 2 beers? No, one is for me. Why would you want to drink one? I'm one of the people who enjoy losing a bit of control over themselves. I would not have pegged him the sort. At any rate, the second thing. What's a brand, sir? Does it have something to do with fire and iron? Pardon? Well, we used to brand cattle and other animals with the symbol that would associate them with their farmer, right? That is, if I remember my history. That was with fire and iron, so this is something similar? ... I'm not saying something stupid, am I? Is it how the alcohol is made, perhaps? Are the ingredients burned in some way before they're officially beer? Maybe with some sort of spiritual symbol? They do call them spirits after all. There must be a reason for that, right? ... Why isn't he saying anything? It has something to do with real spirits. Like some sort of rite where each batch is brewed in honor of someone who died. I mean, I've read these places can be very strange and... am I close? Oh, please let me be close. No. No, you are not close. Crap. I should have showed up way earlier. Why did I ramble like that? Now I look the fool. Honestly though, I'm a little disappointed. Some fantasy would be nice. Winter, I'm starting to think you've already gotten yourself drunk off the atmosphere. Oh, please. Here you go. The waiter has returned, bearing 2 tall and thick tankards foaming at the brim. Beer, right? I know more of vodka and wines. One is placed in front of Cyrus and something, and I just accidentally right-clicked. One is placed in front of Cyrus, and the other in front of me. Enjoy. He leaves. I pick up my cup's lid, peer into its mouth. The beverage does not take kindly to my curiosity, bubbling and spitting at me. I withdraw with a start. How intimidating. Sir? Don't be such a baby, it won't kill you. There'd be much worse things you'd have to swallow than alcohol, trust me. Okay. Okay. It sounds as though Cyrus is perfectly fine with bending over should the situation demand it. Okay. Ingesting things like this, ingesting things worse than this. Allow me to apologise, Cyrus, but I am not a wimp. I know where to draw the line. It's quite the opposite of weakness, really. It's strength. No one is going to be forcing me to do anything I don't agree to. That said, I did say I would drink some of this. Lifting the glass with both hands, I gingerly tip it towards my lips and take in a mouthful. Oh heavens, I do not want to drink this. I swish the liquid a bit, and as it mixes with my saliva, it seems nearly viscous even. I want to retch. It's simply the worst thing I have ever put in my mouth. Atrocious. It bothers the back of my throat with a sizzling, a burning sensation that has spread throughout my entire oral cavity. The ordeal lasts less than 10 seconds before I stop thinking and just swallow it. No. Oh, come on. Goosebumps ripple across my skin and my eyes water. Beer drains down my esophagus, raising everything in its descent. This is disgusting. Cyrus proceeds to drain half of his glass with a speed rivaling my mother's and an expression just as insensible. It amazes me that he can stomach it, and even more that he is willingly subjecting himself to it. Oh, this is pretty okay actually. Best I've had in a while. You're joking. That was worse than what I imagined piss to taste like. And the sensation, everything about it, it's disgusting. Honestly, I find myself at a loss for words here. This beverage is just nasty. Finish that glass and we'll move along. I'm not finishing this. Do it. Do it. I mock him. Don't take that tone, just finish your glass. Finish my glass. I let my hands drop with gravity, my cup crashing onto the table. This is what you want me to finish? Then Cyrus, who I am quickly losing respect for, I will drink this mug, and in fact finish it, if you do one thing for me in the future. Pardon? It isn't loud in here, Cyrus, I know that you heard me. Well then, what do you want me to do? Nothing now. The future is not now, now is the present. The future is later, and I will tell you then. ... You sure you're not drunk, Winter? Hush. Fine. You'll have your way if you'll have mine, Winter Harrison. It is a deal you cannot break, sir. With that, I drained my glass in a matter of seconds using a technique I observed over the years. When I set it down, there was naught but suds. Cyrus is impressed. I am appalled. Wow, this is so nasty. I squeezed my eyes shut and let the wave of warm and trembling feelings wash over me. Yuck. Mercy, Winter, that was something else. ... How are you feeling? I answer him with a stare and a shiver. Really? I shake my head. Honestly, now that the wretched experience of an instant is over, I realize I was overreacting. While certainly Violet doesn't seem to be immediately damaging, looks like it will take more than one beer to impair my judgment. Either that, or this stuff's effects are simply delayed. I am fine, I think. Ah, you should be. Yes, I realize I might have spoken too soon, and as I suddenly feel a bit as though I'm glowing. It's not a terrible feeling, and I seem to still be myself. All is in order. I don't feel much different at all. Give it some time. You didn't really drink too much anyway. There usually isn't a whole lot of alcohol in beer. Wonderful. Both my theories are true. Okay, so what now? Now we'll begin conversing. Cyrus discreetly points to a man in the corner. I'm going to go talk to that man. You take the one at the counter. Try bringing up work and going on from there. Oh, and of course, don't forget to keep where we're from and why we're here with secrets. That kind of bartering chip shouldn't even be allowed to you kids. I'm going to talk to him alone? Well, yes. I think it would make him pretty uncomfortable to have both of us ganging up on him. Oh, I don't know about this. Don't worry, the bartender is right there, and I'm not far either. Nothing will happen to you. It's not that, I'm just not very good at talking to people. You're doing fine with me. You're my superior. Just go over there and give it a try. Fine. I get out of my seat and immediately yank at the table's edge as the floor shifts. No, no! My knees quiver with fear and I firmly plant my feet and my heart thumping like I am about to die. Gracious, what was that? Did something happen? Have we failed? Calm down, you're just a bit tipsy. Shut up. I pause. Tipsy. Oh, Buzz, right, I'm just... ... Ah, crap. Just get over there. I surprise myself, briskly taking strides to the counter. I find the act curiously challenging and amusing. Each step I consider rather silly in its shakiness, and I begin wondering about how people learn to walk at all. It is not how my thoughts usually go, I think. I can't quite remember what I usually think about right now. I am not drunk. I have an idea of what that is from looking, and this is not it. Right, I am tipsy. Goodness, I'm unbalanced. I start slowing near the stools and suddenly break out in a cold sweat. I am not good with people, so what am I doing about to talk to a man? Sometimes I just can't read. While I am considering this, the order to stop is not processed physically. I sit right down next to the gentleman as if it is the most natural thing in the world, and we are the oldest of pals. Strong ties, bonds formed from years of manual labour at the piers. I wonder how much alcohol I actually drank. Enough for this? Engage the man by his eyes. Yes, like that, like in the books. Lean forward and get a closer look, Winter Harrison. Oh, well, isn't he scruffy? Almost in an adorable way. His cheeks and chin are dashed all over with stubble, and his eyes are soft and caring. He vaguely reminds me of a father I knew that was not mine, but classmates. I open my mouth and mentally say hello, but the order is again not actually processed, so I just hang my jaw and stare. He notices. Hello there, miss. Hello. It's all I can do to say this. I failed to keep his attention, and his eyes returned to the television above the bar. Television. That's right, they have that here. It seems to be a sports channel that he is watching. Not that I know which. I only know it is a sport as there is a ball, there are people, and both are on a field. And it seems to involve only sculpted men, a particularly intimate sport. Wait, I'm overthinking this. Though I do believe that most sports have a peculiar and exciting kind of subtext, this one I think I could particularly like to watch. You're a little young to be in here, aren't you? Yes, I am. I am 14, I should not be here. I'm here with my uncle. My dad would never bring me here. My uncle is here and brought me here while he's on his break. Right, mention work. Where is he? I point to Cyrus, who is now talking amiably, or however you pronounce that word, with the other man in the corner. Goodness, such fast friends. He is the younger, ornery-looking person. The old man chuckles, and I smile as though I've made a joke. Interesting word choice, girl. I read books. That's so. It is so, very much so, I read a lot. Huh. Is he celebrating the good news? Maybe? Was there some news? Do you mean the minimum wage increase, sir? Yes, great news, isn't it? He grins. I mirror him. It is, I'm glad. You working yet? Yes, it is work that I'm doing, granted unpaid, I am learning. Yes, I just started a little while ago. I see. Well, welcome to the workforce, young miss. Have you gotten your first paycheck yet? No, not yet. And my name is Winter. That should have been 2 sentences. Nice to meet you, Winter. I'm David. ... I've stopped speaking. I don't know why. It's almost as though anything I say won't make any sense. So shut up. He does not speak either. The quietness is getting to me. Isn't there something I can say? Anything? What can I say? No, I'm lost. This is a terrible feeling, like I'm drowning in air. Think, there must be something. What? You okay? Huh? Oh no, I'm panicking. You could tell that's bad. Is this because of the alcohol? It must be the alcohol. Yeah. Speak. So, what do you do? Like for work, I mean. You know, help out at the wharf, and down into the mines, fit auto parts. That's amazing. Amazing. No, when you get older, you'll have to run multiple jobs too. Just about the only way to survive these days. How about you? What do you do? Oh, crap. What do I do? Oh, why didn't I think of something first? Stupid! I shut my eyes for a second and give a quick shake of my head. What do I do? What I do? Pardon me, that's the alcohol. Well, I guess I could technically be considered a counselor. Consoler. God damn it. Counselor? What the hell? Consoler. Wrong thing. Counselor. I was thinking counsel was spelled with a C. I don't know, I'm getting confused. Consoler, counsel, whatever. Yes. See, even she confused me. Huh. Please let it be an acceptable job. Doesn't really seem like something that'd suit you. No offense or anything. I didn't really choose it. He gives me a somber nod of recognition. Yeah, you gotta take what you're given. Yep. I suddenly feel miserable and decide to lean onto the counter. I rest my head, letting the fluff of my hair and sleeves serve as a pillow, and I look away from David. That's right, I didn't choose it. I didn't really choose anything. The decisions came round and I just sat on my hands, thinking that something would come to me. In a sense, I suppose that something did, but it wasn't in the usual way. Everyone else knew what they wanted to do after secondary school, and I was stuck on the path of a freeter. Don't know what a freeter is. Oh, there we go. A freeter, a step away from a leech. Ugh. I couldn't pick a specialty school. I didn't know what I wanted. ... School Mediātōrum, huh? What is this school? Why had I never heard of it, yet somehow my parents were surprised by the name? Why was I chosen, and what's more, how? I never applied to this thing. Why did I even accept to go? I guess I was just happy that something had been found for me, and the system always knows best. I mean, it's not as though I dislike it. I find the classwork and homework more than bearable, and my first shadowing went okay enough. But, is this what I am? Is this what I'm meant to do? Oh, this is stupid. What am I thinking? The oligarchy is infallible. They never make mistakes, therefore this must be what's right for me. Even if everything about it is totally weird. Casol, something? What's my issue? This is better than what would have happened. When did I start caring so much about my direction? Wait, what am I thinking? I'm supposed to care about that. Still, why should I? How should I know the way to forge my life's path when I'm just 14? I don't even know what I'll be like in 8 years. I shouldn't have to care about this now. ... No, this is really messed up. I'm so messed up. Hey, don't get like that. I'm sorry I brought it up. Can I get you something to drink? I turned back to glance at David, my nose tip brushing against cloth and sending a tingle across my face. Seeing him, I remember again, I'm in another world. As if I didn't have enough worries back home, now I have a whole new world to worry about here. Another world which I never heard of, but I'm supposed to believe is real, just because things are here right in front of my eyes. So much strange stuff has happened to me that maybe I could just be dreaming. Is this man even real? Is he really there? Maybe he isn't. I've read that there are illusions. Would I prefer an illusion? Would I prefer this to be a dream? Maybe some sort of virtual reality? This whole idea is so ridiculous. What's worst of all, I find myself rather on the fence about his offer for a second drink. It would not be bad, actually, to forget who I am for a little while, perhaps longer. It would be natural. No, it would also be dangerous. I force the darker notions aside, steady the course. I draw my head back into the rest of my arms, hair curling over fingers. And I bring myself up, countenance solemn. No, I think I've had enough. Suit yourself. I will. I look at David. Alright, what's next? Need to figure out the root of the problem. It usually has something to do with the troubles of the people, right? I'll just be forward then. Anything been troubling you lately? Nothing more than usual, I suppose. I'm just here to commemorate the occasion. That wage hike takes a major load off, though it's really too bad that we're still under Gabria's boot. You know, I bet they let the bill pass just to avoid revolt. They don't give a shit about us. Gabria? That's not this country, is it? Wasn't that? Ah, the mother country, correct? I think that Brighton shouldn't be a colony of theirs anymore. It was labelled as independent in the dossier. I need to know more. How might I ask properly? Ah. What about the president? He seems to be working for us. He does, right? You know it doesn't matter. He's just a figurehead. He can't do anything without Gabria's approval. Couldn't even raise a military to defend Ferdia without them kicking up a fuss. Hell, it took 6 months before they let him train a single soldier. I'll give them some credit though. They quit crying about it and have been funding us rightly ever since. Yeah, rightly. Probably realised that if Ferdia took us over, then they'd lose their workhorse. Ferdia is a third country sharing a border with Brighton. What was it I read about them last night? Don't we have a truce with them or something? It has been around for a while. Yeah, but it's hardly there. Ferdia's never been too afraid to stir up a war or two over some real estate, or over some insult to their forefathers, whatever your excuse. Our truce with them is just a piece of paper. If they wanted to, they'd take us down in a heartbeat. Or they would have at least, until we got an army to secure the border. Never know though. Wow, this guy talks a lot. It's wonderful. I hardly have to say a word. Or at least, I would if he didn't seem to want me to respond now. I put on a bit of an angry expression for a second, but then reconsidered. Maybe a sad expression would be better. What's my character anyway? Am I being myself here? Wait, no. None of that matters. Just answer. That's terrible. Okay, I need another question. Maybe I should let some of my ignorance show? Why is it like this anyway? You don't know? Hell, I'm not surprised. They practically skip over that in schools. Give it a paragraph, maybe. Sure, they'll tell you Brighton used to be a Gabrian colony that we gained our independence 120 years ago. They just never mention the costs of that freedom. Economic sanctions, crazy ones. I mean, they weren't always crazy. Back then, minimum wage could feed you and more. The sanctions haven't changed though. Haven't adjusted with the dollar's value and the cost of living. We screwed up, got lulled into this false sense of liberty, got so caught up in the things we could do, we forgot what we can't. Thanks to inflation, these sanctions are making us so poor that they're killing us. I mean literally killing us. Not a great thing to bring up when there's something to celebrate, but I don't even think they're tracking just how many have died trying to live. I know I've definitely lost count. Then, is this the roots? I mean, it sure does suck that these people are poor, really. Though honestly, if they've been this way for so long, they should be used to it. What is poor exactly? The television was harping on it earlier, and David was harping on it just now. So I figure it must be important, but you know, it's nonsense to even consider this seriously. I don't understand any of this. The obsession over the economy, the excitement over higher wages, none of it makes sense. Poor is not having enough for a snack. Money is a trivial thing. Another thing is that this is not even a major society in the world. If that being the case, how come we're dealing with it at all? And Cyrus, why is he thinking dragging me here? He probably only wanted a drink. What can I learn about the whole world from just one person? Not much. Ugh, this is stupid. Ugh, must be something else. If it's so terrible here, I wonder how it is in Gabria. Complete luxury. They live like kings. Even their bums live better than us. Whoa, that is filthy. A filthy thing to say. It's a damn miracle any of them work at all, with how much they get for free. They get fired, the state takes care of it. They're hurt, the state covers it. No job to start with, the state. The state will go to the goddamn moons for its precious Gabrians. Can you believe it? People are starving here, and it's that kind of fucking bullshit that... I winced and raised my shoulders a little. Oh, sorry. It's okay. I don't really take any offence to swear words or rude language, but my dad was never terribly fond of them, and I have grown unused to their bites, the harsher ones anyway. It's a bit shocking to hear one in that tone. I decided to look back at the television feeling embarrassed on David's behalf for reasons beyond my immediate comprehension. We have a new thing in the codex. Gabria. Major society, three most significant societies inside the world, one with extreme wealth and influence, richest, nomadic, all that stuff. Read it if you want. It airs the same spot for all of 4 seconds before cutting out. When the picture returns, a twisty and intricate crest, a duck flying over a sword and pickaxe looks like, appears on the screen set against a noble blue. Could this be a team logo? And a gesture to the audience from the coach and captain. Ooh, I want to see. I lean back a few feet from the counter until I'm supporting myself only slightly with my fingers and mostly with the stool's two hind legs. Honestly, the warmth of the beer has not completely dissipated. David, what is that? Holy. George, turn it up! The person who was wiping glasses behind the counter raises his eyebrows slightly and then reaches listlessly for the remote. When it's in his hands, he turns and gives the television a tired glance. The crest on the screen wakes his eyes immediately, and he is soon mashing the volume button. I hear David shifting at my right, and it sounds as though he is turning in the direction of Cyrus and the other man. Clark, get over here! Oh, so that is the man's name. Clark. Clark Kent? No. Clark and Cyrus look at David strangely, and the strangers look at one another, and then they begin rushing over. I find their antics confusing and unwarranted. Where's the big deal over this? In a few moments, the whole gaggle of men surround the television. Even the waiter has stopped cleaning tables to watch. I know that spots are popular and all, but this is a little bit much, isn't it? This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Please pay close attention to the following message. Oh. The message will begin in 40 seconds. This is the emergency broadcast system. It's not a test. 30 seconds. Goodness, this is it, isn't it? It, the thing, the problem. Oh no, no, I'm not ready for this. Cleaning up garbage is one thing, but this is completely another thing, and I don't even know what exactly. I search Cyrus's eyes for something to comfort my spirits, but I find nothing and do not know why I bothered at all. His face is indiscernible as ever, aside from the serious brow and lip, of course. Beginning 10 seconds. Crap. Now play. The crest vanishes, revealing a man in a suit at a desk, a dapper brown suit and a large brown desk. I imagine he must be important as the crest from before is quite brazenly carved into the wood of his furniture. Though if you look at that right there, that looks like Miles Edgeworth from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games. Look at it. It looks like fucking Miles Edgeworth. As for the man himself, he looks older than Cyrus, which is ancient at worst, and age 60 at least. He looks very tired. His face is worn, his expression does nothing for the mood. He does have some fake-looking hair though, that's pretty funny. I almost have a small chuckle, but given the severe expressions of my company, I decided it would be best to stifle it. See, that's not Miles Edgeworth. Brighton, we have endured. As a people, as a country, as a workforce, we have endured these past 120 years. Surely you are all very, very tired. I, my people, my friends, am very, very tired. The word sobering meant little to me before this, but I completely understand it at this moment. The way this man carries himself, his speech, and his dour voice have all combined to chill the warmth from my head. I set my stool back down and have an actual seat, looking up at the monitor with certain intensity. The man has me engaged. I'm tired of the media portraying our common man the fool, an ignorant sort, all too glad to do the deeds of his betters. Tired of these foreign companies providing us work and wages that we will celebrate for only pennies more. Tired of hearing my people saying, passing in enormously, no, I do not know if we will eat today, perhaps tomorrow. Brighton, I am tired of our masters. I am so tired. People of Brighton, we have grown so used to freedom, we've forgotten that we are not free. This chair and this desk, this stage of an office on which I play my part is evidence of that. ... I offer a serious and composed look to Cyrus. If I'm understanding correctly, and I can't say I'm one for understanding much of anything on this world, it seems that this leader here is not as much of a leader as he might like. Which frankly, I don't quite get. The way leadership works back home, at least on a large scale, is that several especially intelligent and reasonable people rule over all of us. The idea of power being not enough or being feigned seems complicated to me. Like, what's the point? Why the show? I'd like to ask Cyrus about it, but he isn't returning my gaze and instead remains focused on the television. I suppose I'll just have to keep listening. But I am not here to tell you the troubles of our state. I am not here to tell you the glory of our fathers. I am here to confirm the quiet whispers through the alleys and the worried murmurs of Gabrian elites. Pardon? Consider this a threat. People of Gabria, you have 4 hours to comply with my demands, or a nuclear weapon will be launched at your country. That can't be good. Winter, come over here for a minute. Alright, I step over to my mentor, feeling surprisingly clear-headed and befuddled all at once. He takes me from the counter, leaving the 3 gentlemen to discuss whatever it is exactly that the man on the television just brought up. A nuclear weapon? The hell is that? What does Barnaby think he's doing? Can't believe he really did it. What kind of place does he think this is? ... Sir, could you please break down what just happened? I'm kind of lost here. Winter? Ah! I know we've only just arrived, but did you look at the files you were given at all? I did. Have you been paying attention to anything out here? I have. You have? You have? Explain who that man is. Explain anything. Don't put me on the spot like that. The leader of Brighton, sir, President Barnaby, he's angry about Gabriel. I'm not an idiot. Gracious, why can't I articulate or explain it any better? ... I just wanted to clarify some things because I'm shadowing you. ... Wanted you to clarify some things, probably. Sorry I reacted out of impulse. I forget how unprepared life in our world can leave us for these things. His tone shook me up quite a bit. I'm shivering a little. I was going to lie and say I understand. I'm having a lot of trouble speaking right now. I want to go home. Winter, you may not have realized the severity of the situation. This isn't going to be the community service like your first assignment. I know that. Hey, eyes straight, Harrison. Allow me to be frank. Brace yourselves, because there may be a lot of dying happening soon. Dying? But... I'm shocked, honestly. I figured those rumours I heard from Clark were only that. Hold it. Death? I just thought... As far as we knew, this world hadn't even developed nuclear weapons yet. What did I think? He said weapon. Am I daft? Though with their strides in utilising nuclear fusion for electricity, I suppose it was only a matter of time. People are going to die? It's people dying. Just slow it down for a second. Suppose that's what comes with our job. Everything can be in the dossiers, right? We smooth out the creases and bring chaos to order. Slow it down. Calm down. Though sudden wars really are rare. War? My mind starts to tumble and my heart tries to explode from my chest. I definitely can't handle this. War isn't something I'm supposed to take care of. Shut up. Don't excite the locals. My hand has fallen asleep, which I am using to click for the thingy. I can use my spacebar. I cover my mouth and raise my shoulders. Of course they're looking for a war. You can't believe people dying is just a commonality. You even think properly? I find it incredibly hard to do anything properly right now. Shaking, I turn to see the people at the counter. They apparently are still engrossed in the president's speech. I look back at Cyrus and speak softly through my fingers. Shouldn't I go home? Yeah. Oh. This was supposed to be something like diplomacy. Goes to show you how important it is to get a look at the situation yourself. Anyway, if what I heard was right, we don't have the time to get you out of here without causing a scene. As you should know, interplanar shifts take longer to prepare than just moving from place to place. But I'll protect you no matter what happens, Winter. And you know how to escape if you really must. Yes. I don't know if I want to do that anymore, though. If he's talking about maybe dying. ... Of course, we don't have a lot of time in general. There's demands I couldn't care less about, but this deadline. 4 hours. ... Consider this a powerful lesson and come with me. We proceed to exit the bar without saying goodbye. It seems it's time to get to work. It's too bad that I'm terrified. We take to the streets at a quick pace, Cyrus leading to wherever. I find it difficult to keep up with him though, and in more ways than one my head is still swimming from the mention of war. What level is the war, do you think? You mean what level do I think it'll be? It hasn't happened. With any luck it won't. Luck? I'm thinking this could be something like a 4 on the scale. 4? 4? Ah! Oh gracious, 4 is 1 away from 5, and 2 from 6, which is terrible. 6 is very, very terrible, the worst. Even 4 though, a war without rules. Ugh, that must be particularly gross. It is a very disturbing prospect. So disturbing that I grabbed my hair and almost shut my eyes. What exactly is this? What will happen? Test. What do you think? Is it really time for tests? Be appreciative that I'm even doing this work, Winter. It seems so much more angry than before. How irksome. What do I think? What could it be? Well, first of all, Gabriel will respond to Brighton's threat. Possibly. Possibly? Why wouldn't they? I'll answer that for you, because it might work in their favour to ignore it. I, don't get it. Just think, Winter. Oh, okay, just think. Wonderful advice, you... Gah! Well, maybe they just don't care at all about Brighton, and they'll use his tantrum as an excuse to destroy them. That's... nonsensical, I know. Keep pointing out how I'm like a fish attempting to walk. That's right, Winter. You're right about why they wouldn't respond. What? How absurd! Isn't Gabriel a leech on Brighton's back? They need Brighton, so why would they want to destroy it? Well, they wouldn't actually destroy Brighton. What they would do is invade and take away what little freedom and independence this country still clings to. Then they would be able to take advantage of the citizens in ways unprecedented. What a disgusting thought. I can hardly even imagine it. Alright, now here's another question. Why does Brighton think it can take on Gabriel? Damn it, Cyrus. How should I know? The same way you knew the first answer. I was bullshitting. Language? Sorry, sir. Thinking about recent events might help. Goodness, is he trying to get me to think in the place of murderers? Those are boots I would not like to fill. I guess that I have to, though. You mentioned recent events. I can't think that the minimum wage increase would embolden this country enough to believe they could stand against an obviously superior nation. Especially with how unimpressed the president seemed to be about it. Even David wasn't terribly excited. Oh, David. What was it that David mentioned? Their new army. The person I spoke with, his name was David, he said that Brighton had gotten a military recently to defend against the border country Ferdia. He said it was because Ferdia is dangerous and ignores treaties. Isn't it far more likely that this army was actually created to engage with Gabriel? With an actual military and what seems to be a new kind of weapon, at least judging from how the locals reacted, then that would explain their confidence. I think. See, Winter, you are cut out for this. Heh. Wait, don't reference things I mumbled to myself because we came here, creep. You understand the situation? Yes, but I'm curious. Isn't this more like a level 5 war? As Brighton and Gabriel technically separate, I can't call what might have happened in Civil War. Then it's a technicality. Just a technicality? I figure Brighton and Gabriel were still very close. Well, look at you, you're all calm. I frown with indignation. I'm not at all calm if this is essentially a level 5 war. Well, you look it. I do not let up with my frown. Well, that isn't all there is. How this might proceed largely has to do with what level I would give this potential war. Cyrus stops, and I stop in turn. We're now in front of a fountain. A fountain, I need a drink. My throat's getting sore. It took me the entire time till now to realise that city streets are deserted. The door was even clear of those ragged children who would ask us for pennies. Could it be that everyone is listening to the address? Before I can drift off on this thought, Cyrus looks down at me. A nuclear weapon is one that can kill a lot of people and destroy a lot of things almost instantly. Excuse me? Honestly, Winter, what did you think I'd meant earlier when I said a lot of dying could be expected? I won't go into details, but it's not something you would have been taught about yet. I've dealt with it though. Dealt with it before though, you're lucky. I'm not lucky at all, not even in the literally slightest. Yeah. What kind of thing is that? Is it magic? This isn't a magical world, Winter. Thank the higher ups, you won't be going to those just yet. They're less fun than they sound. I should not be going to worlds with wars either. Point. You can check your codex for information about what we'll be dealing with if you like. I need to contact support and update them anyway, so at the least it will give you something to do while you wait. What is it called exactly? Just nuclear weapons seems rather broad, like spear weapon or fruit drink. I believe that is a fusion bomb. While Barnaby didn't specify, the rumour I heard supports it. Also, it makes sense considering their reactors. Reactors? You forgot? We saw them when we first arrived. This country utilises fusion reactors for power. Ah, right, the looming and shadowy giants that stand on the distant steps. I remember not wanting to remember them. They were disconcerting. Like many other things here, they looked a mess, and unlike many other things here, they vibrated. I thought they were going to violently break apart. Anyway, fusion bomb should be under weapons, obviously. It's technically not pure fusion, but most worlds can only do so much. Not pure? Well, it's a limited reaction jump started by fusion. True fusion bombs are rather like man-made stars. Stars are beautiful. Not the word I'd use for those. Just keep the distinction in mind and read that fusion bomb entry. Right, understood. I mumble this as Cyrus turns from me and begins raising his wrist to his mouth. He suddenly pauses though and addresses me again. Oh, Winter, while you're at it, check out the appropriate entries pertaining to this world. Always mind your codex. It could save codex. What the fuck? It could save your life. It could save lives. Remember to keep tabs on it. Understood, sir. ... I look at my own wrist, both as sporting bracelets which look very similar to stylish and thin digital watches. We have to regularly hide them from view as we advise that they are considered suspicious looking things usually. Hey, it's Cyrus. You guys probably noticed there's trouble at this world. ... Yes, more trouble. Cut the cutesy crap, there isn't the time. I'm actually... Oh, he's actually what exactly? I look at him. He notices that I am listening, shifts a little, and walks out of my range of hearing. This is worrisome. That is worrisome. I look back at my wrist device, my ICD, interplanar communication device, a name which does not exactly cover all that it does. It also carries a database and tells time, and probably 1,000 other things, as it is fancy. Honestly, if there is anything magical I've encountered so far as a student mediator, it is most definitely the ICD, science magic or some such. It basically does everything. It's how we get to other worlds and teleport around them, and it can open up a tiny pocket dimension for holding things. An inventory it's called. I think it's pretty cool. And it came from my own world. I would never have imagined. Right, now I need to access the codex. I focus this thought, open the codex, and the device recognizes the command, as it is linked with my mind, which is awesome. A tiny holographic screen emits from the device in a rather inconspicuous fashion, yet still in an acceptably readable size. I begin to navigate the database, searching... I said that really weirdly. I began the database, searching for, well, let's see, Stool, Brighton, Gabriel, and 32, I suppose. I think I'll leave Fusion Bomb for last. Right, we're in the codex. Let's go 30. My hand is asleep again. There's side here, 1 of 3. What happened there? That was weird. 30 territory, its people. Currently 30 has been focused on artistic endeavours and has adopted a somewhat isolationist doctrine. Its military is constantly honed but has not been deployed in approximately 50 full years, so they're isolated, pretty much. And fusion bomb. Whoa, this entry concerns fusion weapons which are initiated by fission. For pure fusion weapons, see the entry on true fusion. Now those things, so I'm guessing, let me just click resume. Certainly this is amazing. I smile presently, in admiration of technology. Most unfortunately, my smile is very, very temporary, as it turns out the fusion bomb is incredibly horrible. It is a weapon that will detonate and destroy everything in a very large radius with disturbing rapidity. In its wake is a kind of miasma so powerful that it sticks to a place for several decades before dissipating. It causes sickness to those who did not die and greatly increases the chance of cancer and mutations in the children of survivors. Once again, I am affronted by the sense of unreality, or reality, however you want to pronounce that has persisted since my induction into the Mediatorum. This is not even something you would read about in storybooks. This is not a thing one can imagine. Why would you kill somebody else? Why would you kill hundreds, thousands, millions, and what more with such effects? What does that accomplish? They said I would not understand it for a long time, that it would be covered later on in my schooling, and that until then I would not be allowed to mediate wars. I need to understand this now, though. It may go down in a matter of hours. What will happen if I remain in this foolish ignorance of mine? My heart thumps and my stomach twists. I put my hand over my mouth and squeeze my eyes shut. I am not the type to freak out, but I am freaking out a lot today. Winter! Ah! Come on, calm down. We'll make it through this and you'll be better for it, okay? I close my codex and look at Cyrus, who has placed his hands on my shoulders. The gesture does not help. For some reason it makes me feel worse. My heart tightens and tears escape from my lids. I feel the same feeling that comes when I imagine how it would be if my dad were to die, only the feeling is much more distorted and disgusting. I answer Cyrus with a wobbling voice as my emotions are in tatters. I'm sorry, sir, but I don't understand. I'm sorry I'm stupid. Winter, come on, hey, you aren't stupid, you're a smart girl. I am, I'm incredibly stupid, you know it. You're just a bit hard-headed. It's okay, you're young, Winter, and you're strong too. You're strong, Winter. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I raise my head and look at his face. Through my tears I can see that Cyrus's cheeks are more flushed than my own. He jumps a little, as if he were startled, and hugs my head to his chest. His heart is beating very fast, and I clutch the bottom of his shirt. When he speaks, his voice reverberates through his body in a powerful way, so powerful that I even feel a little more confident. We will not fail. I lift my head and look at him again. He shivers and looks from me to the fountain. I'll make sure of it. ... But only if you shape up. I'm terrified. I know. Okay. Let's finish this up, alright? ... I push away from him and wipe my eyes and cheeks. I feel as though this is too much for me to take. It's hard to have faith in Cyrus. The further I go down the path of the mediator, the harder it is to have faith in anything. I was going to say humanity then. Still, if I feel this is so wrong, then I ought to stop it, right? I should stop this all from happening. I should stop this war, plainly and simply. I steel myself and stare directly into Cyrus's eyes, sure to convey my conviction. Sir. Yes? I am confident that we will succeed here. 2. I'll also make sure that we will not fail. That mindset is good, Miss Winter Harrison. Hold on to it. It's easy to lose. Alright, let's kill the president. My soul decides to flee from my chest. What? What? That's the obvious course of action. That isn't... No, it's not. It's the least obvious thing. Oh, then what's the most? Talking to him, convincing him that he shouldn't do the things he wants to do? Windsor, we don't have the time for diplomacy. What? Mediation is all about diplomacy. No, it isn't. I shouldn't even have to tell you that. I'm actually going to save here just in case. I know where I want to end off, but I don't know if you can save at that point, so just make sure. Mediators are simply neutral parties that enter worlds with problems, assess the situation, and solve the issues by whatever means necessary. You really are scum. What? I look him in the eye, nearly snarling. What is it, sir? You think I'm deaf? Every student knows how you handle things. That's right, people talk about you. Everyone knows that you're a murderous and... you're a murderous and cold... Ugh, I thought I read that wrong then. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. I remember what they said at orientation. I know that setting existence to balance is totally important. I know how needed it is, but I thought we were more heroic than that, and I can't believe I felt confident because of you. Do you even hear yourself what is necessary? We shouldn't lower ourselves to that barbaric level. ... I'm really starting to tire of your lip, Harrison. Ugh. Now listen here. Many in Brighton do not support aggression against Gabriel, I've heard. But natural, war is a terrible thing. Furthermore, while the poverty extends far, it can be argued that this situation is for the best. Barnaby does not see that, though. He sees his own solution as the only solution. The people do not side with him. That is at least one issue that needs to be addressed. They must support him. They must feel that his decision is right. So I will kill him. In doing so, the blame should be placed upon Gabriel, and it should be clear to the populace that they have an enemy to fight. What is he saying? Was all that talk before to prepare me to accept this evil? To prepare me for these calculated deaths? You're not asking... There. You're not just asking me to support killing a man, are you? You're going to allow the nuclear bomb to be launched as well? Are you insane? I can't sit by and allow that. You've underestimated the plight of these people. For Barnaby, who has no real power, to wrest it for himself in such a dramatic fashion suggests that he is not willing to listen to reason. If we had longer than 4 hours, then it would have perhaps been possible to change his mind. But like this, just forget it. That nuke will be launched. All we can do is unite these people before they go to war. We can still bring this nation into order. Order? Does that bother you? Stability is paramount, Winter. So cool your head. ... Think about this logically already. Being a mediator isn't a thing of emotion. That's... What? That's only your opinion, and you're only one person. Don't act as though you know anything. I don't know a lot, but what I do know is that murder is the worst thing a person can do. So horrible and disgusting and terrible that we don't even write about it, and it never happens. What? You want to rebel against me again? I don't know if I should, because you're kind of right, you. Nah, doesn't look like it. They're so tainted by the Troubles, and it's doubtful I could convince the President to stop this. Killing him instead, though? Let the nuke go off too? Could I even forgive myself for that? Yet we probably don't even have very much time. From what I read, and from what I've heard, it seems that weapon can be released easily very, very soon. Winter? Blast. I need more information. Are you saying that preventing the launch and war is possible? I'd mentioned before that with luck it won't be. With the President gone and the only remaining leader being a backup, there may at least be a delay on the bomb, which would give us more time to attempt the other plans. The death of the President could also lead to Gabriel taking Brighton much more seriously, since it signals a dangerous level of civil unrest. In which case, Gabriel would probably leash this nation completely before they even had the chance to launch the nuke. Alternatively, there is also a very small chance that Gabriel will give in to Barnaby's demands. In the likely case that none of these possibilities come to pass, however, you can still expect the relations between Gabriel and Brighton to proceed much differently from now on. Brighton citizens will believe that Gabriel has a stranglehold on them so complete that they can kill their president less than an hour after a threat of aggression. Some will be in favour to rebel against such power, but many will be emboldened in the belief that Gabriel has gone too far. What's more, once that bomb has gone off, the citizens won't be afraid for much longer. The fusion bomb holds unprecedented power here. Nobody understands it, not even Brighton. It could separate these two model nations and produce a new order. As an added bonus, once they see its power and grow to fear it, it's probable this world will never see a nuclear weapon launched again. If Barnaby were to launch it now without his nation's consent, the people would condemn him as a tyrant. It could lead to both a civil war and an international one. We need to make him a martyr, a hero in death, who will be a sacrificial symbol of Brighton loyalty, and the people will follow him posthumously. Gracious, he seems so sure of himself. Will this really be for the best? Will this bring about order? What should I do? See right there, there's no save. But this is where I'm going to end off. I'll have to play back up to this point from where I saved. But next time, when I get back to doing this series properly, I will start going through the things of which one I should do first. If you're watching this, you could leave it in the comments of which one you want me to do first. Follow Cyrus or Rebel. But if not, I'll just go in order. I'll follow Cyrus and Rebel like I did the first time I recorded through this game. So, name's Triple S. Thank you for watching me play. I completely forgot the name of it. On something systems, learning to manage chaos. I've forgotten the name of it. What's the first part of the game called? Can I press escape? I can. Oh, I can save here. I think I can save here. Overwrite save, yes. So if I click that, no, load. So if I load this, oh, it just goes back to say, oh great, I can save. That's good. Right, and if we go back to damn it, I missed it. God damn it. Try that again. I won't click this time. Right, return to title screen. Here we go. Thank you for watching me play an hour of Dysfunctional Systems. Episode 1, Learning to Manage Chaos. That's what it's called. I couldn't figure out the dysfunctional. I thought it started a word that started with I. Or S. But yeah, thank you for watching me play an hour of this. The Chaos Hour. Please go check out the Kickstarter. The hair in my mouth. I'm really looking forward to the other episodes of this because I love visual novel games. They're awesome. Just adventure games in general, walking about, discovering things, solving puzzles instead of fighting shit, and I really love looking at awesome environments. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time when I carry on this series. So thank you and goodbye.